Alrighty then. What a not so beautiful day it is outside. It's too sunny, too hot. I'm not enjoying my day. But anyways, yeah. So this is part two of what if Issei was betrayed. So yeah. So last I stopped, Issei went back to Earth, took a normal appearance, which is not his actual current appearance. A lot of shit happened. Issei, he was taken by Kuan Yin to heaven where he met Buddha, Jade Emperor, the Gold Star Venus, many people, including Sun Wukong, his student, and yeah. Now, before we start, I'd like to clarify one thing. He was given a proposal to teach his training method. They asked him if he wanted to teach his training method to, well, most of the gods and stuff like that, or at least take in disciples, but he refused. And it's not that he didn't want to, it's because of how the Taoist, how his Taoist and Buddhism method works. It's dangerous, really dangerous, as a matter of fact, which the gods probably wouldn't even be able to handle it. So he refused, not really thinking about how it would benefit them, but the casualties. And let's just say it would possibly be a lot of casualties. So, anyways, there's actually one thing I'd like to clarify. Wukong was nerfed in High School DxD as well. I forgot him. No, I forgot him. He was nerfed. It made that nigga so old, but then again, that nigga could probably move like there is no tomorrow. Funny thing is, the moment he dies, he's gonna be reborn. Unless that's his last life, but I highly doubt that. But anyways, yeah. So Issei, it's about to be the next school year. Issei doesn't really care about anything. He's not worried about anything. Why? Extensive knowledge. Like he has everything within his reach, not just the universe which Buddha holds, but literally everything within his reach. So he doesn't really have to worry about anything. But anyways, so we actually skipped to the Parage in this one. Yeah. I'm not going all the way back to when Issei left or anything. No, I'm talking about like when, Ray got Ddraig. Ray, he figured out he got Ddraig since Ddraig accidentally appeared. Ddraig appeared when Issei died. Ray was awake and stuff like that. He was talking to the girls and stuff like that. And basically, Kiba doesn't really talk to them that much. Yeah, he listens to their orders because, he's under Rias' control and shit like that. So, takes out the evil piece, he dies. But all of a sudden, Blight, pinkish red light appears, Ddraig appears. Rias is over here saying, oh, so you finally gave up on that useless pervert, as Ddraig decides not to even answer her question, as she's infuriated by this, punches the boosted gear thinking it was gonna do something, and it does nothing. As a matter of fact, it only hurts her. As Ray says, respond, Ddraig, as Ddraig doesn't respond at all. As a matter of fact, Ddraig doesn't even turn on anymore. Ddraig just doesn't talk anymore, just disappears. As basically, that's kind of what happened. Now, Issei, he didn't know this, but his body still had essence of Ddraig and Albion. Now, I'm not gonna lie, Issei was definitely nerfed. He's probably the most nerfed person inside of his whole verse. The one time he wasn't nerfed was when he took that orb from Albion. But even then, it was still nerfed. Imagine. Like, forget the light novels and shit like that. Imagine Issei just went around taking orbs from, sacred gears and just putting that shit on him. Like, respectfully, just putting that shit on him. Hell, I'm not gonna lie. If oh no, the Infinite Dragon, what was her name again? It's crazy. Orphis, yeah, Orphis. If she has orbs too, just take one of them shits, put him on his chest plate. Oh yeah, unlimited power. At this point, he might as well be broken. He has multiplication, division. He would have had infinity. Imagine there was an addition and subtraction one. Oh, oh, how sweet it would be. But anyways, let's continue. So yeah, they're infuriated by this. It ruined their night. But Ray, being Ray, the smooth talker he is, trying to get on Rias' good side, completely neglecting the fact that he did some dumb shit to infuriate. Well, not really infuriate, but well, you know, bring Issei back into that dark place he was in, and shit like that. It's basically, yeah, that's what happened. It's basically, Zex came in and said, guys, you have to go to sleep. You have school tomorrow. School starts tomorrow. As Rias says, all right, fine. As they go to sleep. Now, Rias, Akano, and stuff. Konako's not going. I have some decency. Alright, I have some decency. I have some respect. I'm not going as far as to make Konako go inside of Ray's room, because Ray and Konako don't have the same relationship Konako and Issei had in the anime. That's one thing that will never change. That's the only thing that will never change in any What If I make. Konako and Issei will still have that close, tight-ass relationship they had in the anime. And there is no change in that shit. But anyways, Issei, next day comes. They go walk into school and stuff like that, and they see this kid with brown hair. Now, Issei, he took a normal appearance. He took his normal appearance, but his hair is the only thing that's different. His hair, it's long. Not as long as in the picture, but long enough to reach the shoulder length hair, basically. Yeah. It's basically, he doesn't have it in a bun or anything. He's just letting it loose. Now, he doesn't look tired or anything. He looks perfectly fine. He's not buff, but he's toned. So yeah, it's basically, he passes them by completely. He completely passes them by, as they don't really recognize it's Issei, since Issei didn't even bother turning around. As a matter of fact, he doesn't even care about them. As Kiba is the first to pick up on who that was. Even though she can't sense Rias can't sense the evil pieces, Kiba knows damn well that's his bro's Issei. Konako notices this too, and Konako started to catch on Ray's personality. Ray is a shit talker. He's cocky, he's arrogant, he likes to get on powerful people's good side. Not only that, rich people as well. For somebody that comes from a noble family, that's kind of messed up, isn't it, right? Well, Ray's not from that much of a noble family, but a mid-class. It's not that they're rich. Kind of like, wealthy. Yeah, wealthy. Now, I'm not saying people at the bottom are poor. They're not poor. They just have a regular income. Regular sustainability, stuff like that. Some problems, but not a lot. Poor is just, living on the street. So, yeah, that's how it works. Anyways, yeah, that's how things are going. So, Issei says, alrighty then. Now, Issei's not really thinking of everything. As a matter of fact, the one thing he's thinking about right now is none other than his beautiful wife, Kuan Yin. They did not have any kids. So, yeah. It's basically, like Issei's only going to teach his kids the training method. He can't teach Kuan Yin it, because Kuan Yin already has her own training method. Now, that's kind of what happened. Is basically, yeah, so Issei's in class. Nobody notices him except for, his friends. Oh, yeah, it's good to have friends. As they immediately pick up on this, they run to Issei and they say, yo, Issei, what's up, man? As everybody gasps in surprise, because, that's Issei. As, they saw him sit in Issei's chair, but they thought that, he was just a new kid. Issei probably at home, sleeping or some shit like that. Issei would rather be sleeping than come to actual school. But anyways, yeah, let's continue. As he says, oh, hey guys. As basically, now it's time for some plot manipulation. Now, Issei's friends, over time, you know, during the break, they got girlfriends. Oh, yeah. But they did not scream this out loud. They just whispered it to Issei and stuff like that. So, their girlfriends got on their ass about the perverted things and stuff like that. Taught them how to be, like, genuinely good males. Now, I'm not saying that perverts are bad because, well, everyone's a pervert. There isn't a single person in the world that isn't a pervert. So, you can't really call somebody else a pervert when you yourself are a pervert. I know, right? You may be wondering, how am I a pervert? That's crazy. Boys look at titties or ass. Hell, they even think of the vagina. They're perverts. Then how come girls aren't perverts when they look at a boy and say they're hot? Or say they're pretty? Hell, just thinking about, well, their meat rod. Yeah, I'm not gonna say the name. Yeah, that's a classified pervert. We're all perverts. There isn't a single person who hasn't looked at somebody and said, "Oh, they're hot, they're pretty, beautiful, sexy, shit like that." Like, bro, even if you're a boy, saying that to a boy, that's still being a pervert. Like, shit, doesn't matter if it's a compliment, still a pervert. But anyways, yeah. So, you know, they told Issei's friends that they're no longer perverts and stuff like that. So if he's still a pervert, they can't really hang out. As Issei said, no, it's fine. I'm actually He pulls them in closer, and he said, "I'm actually engaged." As he made up a lie, saying he's engaged when he's actually married. As they both yell out, "What? Really?" As Issei said, "Yeah." As basically, plot development hit different. Issei's friend, the one that had the Tanaka cut, yeah, from Haikyuu, his hair grew, so, like, his hair's not standing up, no, it's just going down. He has regular, well, anime hair. Yeah, regular anime hair. Not like that whole crazy shit and stuff like that. Like, oh, big puffy hair and stuff like that. But, like, just regular anime hair. Regular anime hair. Something you wish you could see if you're a person that watches a lot of action anime. Oh dear. Something you wish you see. But if you wish to see it, you should watch slice of life animes. Oh, yes. School life animes too, but not all of them. Some of them are not what you expect. Yeah. But anyways, yeah. Issei's friend with the glasses, he got contacts. Yeah, so. Yeah. I know. This is a big deal. I did something big. That's crazy. So, they stay in class, they do their work, they study and stuff like that. The teachers find this normal since they don't really they don't really, well, act like perverty when they're in class. They actually focus unless, like, they have a lot of time on their hands. They just peek and stuff like that. But to the teacher's surprise, they finish their work quickly. Yeah, the teacher expected that. They finish their work quickly and they actually get good grades. Sure, they're not the top of the class, top of the grade, but, get good grades. It's basically yeah. Instead of peeking at the teacher would think, they're knocked. They're knocked on the desk. Well, all except Issei. Issei is just staring blankly in at the sun. And you may be thinking he's staring blankly at the sun. Nah, he's not staring blankly at the sun. He's over here looking at Apollo doing his work. Now, we skip to the sun, where Apollo is over here looking over the human race, the demons, the angels, and not only that, the atmosphere around him is cold, really cold. He's in the sun, but yet it's cold. And it's not because of the weather. No, he feels like he's being watched. So he's uncomfortably writing, doing work and stuff like that, and he's not enjoying it. So, he takes a slight glance to the side where Issei's looking at him. He sees Issei staring daggers into his soul as he is frightened by this. Like, that stare alone is scarier than Zeus's wrath, as he just turns and gets back to work, as Issei just stares at him. But then something unexpected happens. He turns to look at the moon, to see a familiar goddess staring back at him, smiling, waving. And that is none other than Artemis. I'm not gonna lie, Artemis is probably my only favorite goddess in Greek mythology. And that's because of her calm demeanor, and she does not like perverts. So, she's kinda chill. Notice how I said kinda chill? Yeah, there's a twist to that. Yeah. If really bad, if shit goes to hell, she'll over exaggerate. And by over exaggerate, I mean go as far as to kill her own twin brother. And that happens to be Apollo. So, yeah. That's basically, he says, alright, well, look back in class. Now, the teacher, he said Issei, as Issei turned around to the teacher. Now, the teacher, Issei was still in his glancing mode, looking far, far. So the moment he looked at the teacher, for a split second, the teacher thought that, oh shit, I'm about to die. Because of, well, how intense the stare was. But he soon got over it. As he says, are you done with your work, Issei? As Issei, he nods and says, yeah. As the teacher says, do you want to go outside? As Issei says, yeah, I'll go for a walk. And that's what Issei does. Teacher says, alright, you can go leave the room because this is the last piece of work for the day. And, well, you can go home anyways. And, yeah. As basically, Issei, he goes out to class. His friends are still not, so, Issei, he's walking, he decides to go to the bathroom. He passes Kiba's class, I'm joking, he didn't go to the bathroom. So, yeah, he went to the bathroom, he used the bathroom. Kiba saw him, Kiba finished his work quickly, but during that time, Issei already finished in the bathroom, so, Issei just went under a tree to sit down and take a goddamn nap. As basically, now, during that nap, Kuan Yin came down. Yay! And, they just sat under that tree, just sleeping. As basically, Kiba, hold up. Let me clear my throat real quick. It's gonna be real hard. Alrighty then, after a wonderful clearing of the throat, I feel rejuvenated. Let's continue. So, Kiba, he got out the class immediately, and, he searched around looking for Issei, because he knows that's Issei, but he couldn't find Issei, so he's kind of confused. As, he goes outside, as, he sees Issei under a tree. As basically, he sees Issei and another person from a faraway point. As basically, he gets closer and he says, Issei? As Issei, in his sleeping, well, not so sleeping state, smirks and says, I knew you'd figure it out. Hey there, Kiba. I haven't seen you since summer break. As Kiba, happy Kiba noises. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Kiba and Issei are kind of like best duo in high school DxD. I was not about to say all of anime. As a matter of fact, each duo has their own capabilities. But like if it comes to like magic duo, there is none. Because they can get clapped by one single person. Together, no, but like separately, like 2-on-2, 2-on-1. Yeah, they're getting clapped by this person. That person is none other than Asta. Yes, and I mean Chaos King Arthur as well. There's a specific reason for that. It's because of Asta's magic, and because of his swords. That third sword he has, especially. That sword right there is a dangerous sword. Dangerous. When I say dangerous, that sword is dangerous. That sword has the ability to take your magic. If this man Julius did not let go of that sword would have taken his magical attribute. This nigga Asta would have been using time like no tomorrow. He would have been beating niggas' shits while time is stopped. I'm not gonna lie, the whole Dark Triad arc would have ended if Asta just kept going to Julius's and like, yo, can you hold my sword again, like that whole arc, like every villain arc would have ended. So yeah, that's how dangerous that man is. Am I the only one who thinks of not only like the feats of anime characters, but also their capabilities and the weapons they have? Because I'm pretty sure if this man, Arthur, fights with the sword, so if he's using magic, he's going to use that sword. Asta, if one of the swords break, he has another one. Until he gets to that last sword that takes magic, every time they cling swords, Asta's stealing that man's magic. So, I don't know, man. Seems kind of dangerous to go against Asta if you're a magic user. And if you're I'm not gonna lie, only Meliodas can actually fight against Asta. Why? It's because of their magic. They literally cancel each other out. So it's just gonna be a plain old sword fight. So, I don't know, man. It's just gonna be a sword fight and brute strength. And Melly's not gonna be able to use that demon form, because if he does, Asta's gonna go into demon form. Hell, he'll probably even go into demon union form. So, I don't know, man. I'm not gonna lie, these two should be a representation of one another. But anyways, let's continue. As basically, Kiba sits next to Asta, and they have a fairly wonderful chat. They're having a good chat until Kiba asks, "Who's this?" As basically, Issei says, "Kiba, I'd like you to meet my wife, Kuan Yin. Kuan Yin, my best friend and brothers in arms." Kiba, as Kiba says, "Kuan Yin. I swear I heard that name before." As Issei, he smirks a little bit and said, "Yeah, he should have. She's the Chinese goddess of mercy." As Kiba's eyes widen, he says, "Wait. You're married to a goddess?" As Issei said, "Yeah." As he says, "When did this happen?" As Issei says, when was this? 3,000, no, not 3 mil, no. I think it was, 2,700,000 years ago. As he says, "Issei, that's impossible. You'd have to be born a long time ago for that to happen." As Kuan Yin slowly wakes up and says, "Actually, time works differently in heaven." As Kiba says, "Wait, he went to heaven?" As Issei says, "Yeah, that's actually where I've been." As Kiba says, "Then how do you look the same? You should be really old." As Issei says, "Oh, this is not my true appearance. This is, kind of an illusion." As Kiba says, can I see your true self?" As Kiba says, "Yeah, sure." As Issei said, "Yeah, sure," not Kiba. Oof. As Issei, had to close off the world. As, on the outside it looks like a regular chat between Kiba and Issei, so yeah. It's basically Issei, Issei turns into this. He looks like this now. Kuan Yin's attire and look turned into this. As Kiba, his eyes wet, and he says, "Good God. That is Goddess Kuan Yin. And what the hell happened to you?" As Issei says, right, you guys don't know about that." As Kiba says, "Know about what?" As basically, Kuan Yin says, "Let me introduce you. Issei, this is Issei Hyodo, also known as the God of Mystery, and formerly known as the Mysterious Heavenly Entity. As Kiba says, "What the hell? How the hell did you get that title?" As Issei says, "Well, I surpassed that of an immortal, a transcendent, an ascendant, so I don't know. I'm just an entity without a beginning nor an end at this point. So I'm just an entity. So I have no name, no form. So at this point, I might as well not even be called Issei. My name would just be non-existent. I'd just be, well, have a blank name." As Kiba starting to understand the whole concept of name, as he says, "But how are you the strongest?" As basically Issei, he says, "This may hurt a bit," but as he pats Kiba on the shoulder, as Kiba, for a few seconds he's like, "What? This does not hurt a lot," until Issei pats him the fifth time. At that moment, Kiba realized he effed up, as immediately a pressure of power, not just the magic, but three different powers, just pushed down on his body. As Issei says, "Well, I should stop it there." Because at this point, man's Kiba was on the verge of passing the hell out. As Kiba, he's able to hold on, but thanks to Issei, he's able to hold on to dear life now. As he said, "Oh, that's a lot of pressure. What the hell was that? Or those?" As Issei says, "Magic, Taoist energy, and QI." As Issei said, "Oh, interesting." As basically, Issei says, "Well, we should probably get back to class. I have, well, cultivating to do." As he says, "Huh? I want to see your cultivating." As this point, Kiba's teacher doesn't really care because, well, Kiba's straight A student. Da 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 da. As basically, so he's chill with that. So basically, teacher lets Kiba slide this once because he knows Issei, he wouldn't, well, do this often. So he says, "Alright, I don't care. I'll just focus on the class for now." So, Kiba says, "I want to see you cultivate." As Issei says, "Alright." And Issei gets into the position that I talked about in the first part. And it's basically, he starts to cultivate. He starts to cultivate the four different clones appear or not. It's kind of like holograms or spiritual entities and stuff like that of Issei's training. And basically Kiba sees this and he's shocked by this due to the immense pressure being pulled in by them, as Kiba's thinking that this could be an opportunity to improve his, well, magic. So he decides to absorb it. Now, before he even starts, Kuan Yin stops him, as he says, "Is there a problem?" As Kuan Yin says, "I won't stop you from absorbing it, but just don't absorb too much. 5 minutes is the limit. Don't go over that." As he says, "Why is that?" As he says, every second that passes by, Issei, the amount that's being taken in will drastically get bigger and bigger. Sure, it won't be felt by the outside world, but to you, me, and Issei, it'll start getting denser and denser. Only Issei can withstand it due to his, well, title." As she looks at Issei and says, "His capabilities, he'll probably break through that which is known as an entity." As he says, "Okay." As Kiba, for the 5 minutes, he's cultivating. Now, this is a drastic boost to Kiba. Kiba, this is a drastic boost to him. A really, really drastic boost to him. Because at this point, Kiba, he might as well have ascended. His limit is gonna be ascension. He's gonna be ascension level 1. So yeah. It's basically he's taken in enough to practically like not create a whole galaxy, but at least he can at least destroy a mountain. His limit is destroying a mountain. That's the only thing he can do right now. It would take him at least 10 slashes to destroy the mountain whole. But with just one slash, he could probably split it in two halfway, or he can just split the top off. So, yeah. So after that, the bell rang, and Kiba just sat there talking to Guan Yin, getting to know her better and how heaven is and stuff like that. You know, we gotta hook the man's Kiba up, bro. I gotta hook my boy up. Yeah, we got to respect my boy Kiba. So, yeah. Yo, imagine they put Kiba inside of Issei's harem. Yo, man's Issei already has a 16-inch as it is, so imagine how it's gonna feel for Kiba. I'm getting rammed from the back. Ah, it hurts. Oh God, dear God. No, I'm joking. But anyways, yeah. So Kuan Yin says she has to leave, and she disappears. Not with the golden light, cause well, that's when she actually wants her presence to be felt, or she just show her power. She just wants to show her power, so she just dips. It's Issei, he goes home. Now, should I show a picture of his house, or home, or inside of his room? Possibly. Alrighty, then I got the picture. So, I'm not gonna make this long. It's not gonna be an hour. Why? Because I have to go get my brother from the bus at 4, and I'm not going to unpause the video after that. Once I get him, I'll be lazy as fuck. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna make this as quick as possible. I'm not gonna get into, like, the big shit, like, stuff like that, but, yeah. So basically, they went back inside and shit like that. Like I said, Rias caught like Kiba talking to this person outside. She wants to know who that is. So, when school is over, whole meeting, everybody's at the parade, everybody's in the room, the parade and stuff like that. As basically, Rias asked Kiba who that was. As Kiba said, "Oh, that's a friend I met over summer break." I was helping him study and stuff like that. As Rias, didn't know it was Issei and stuff like that. And she was like, "Yeah, okay, then." It's basically Issei said that, and as Issei, he heard that because well, Issei hears everything. It's basically he said it's basically do some regular parage shit, the regular missions and stuff like that. Nothing dangerous, and yeah, Issei, he's at home. Issei, he's in the middle, like right here, like right in the middle, like right there. He's just cultivating, So, yeah, that's where I'm gonna be leaving it off. I know it's not as long as yesterday's video. Somebody wanted me to add solo leveling to this, but I'm be honest with you, that's a little dangerous. So I put solo leveling. Like I know somebody was probably gonna ask about solo leveling, so I made it the way I did for Issei to at least slow down his cultivating, because like he's just gonna do one big jump to a different level and stuff like that in just one fell swoop, kind of like Sanjiwoo. He continuously grinds the same one until he gets like a high ass level. So that's why I slowed down his progress and didn't make sure that he immediately bumps up to like ascension level 1, rebirth realm, stuff like that in just one fell swoop. So yeah. Yeah, so that's where I'm going to be leaving it off for What If Issei Was Betrayed Part 2. I hope you guys enjoyed. This has been Lotus What Ifs, out by my little stars.